Sup traders, let's do a pre-close analysis for the 5th of December. It's a Thursday. We've got NFP coming out tomorrow. We have rejected last month or last week this bullish fair value gap on the weekly time frame or on the monthly time frame, just below this major buy side sell side liquidity. Price is in a range in euro dollar, right? Euro dollar likes to range, we know that. And then we took out the low of that range, tapped into a fair value gap and found support, which is a good location to find support. I was watching this low as well, this buy side sell side liquidity for price to potentially come down to. It might do, it might not, I'm not sure yet. We'll see how NFP plays out tomorrow. So far going into this week, I was bullish. I wanted to be bullish for the start of the week because of this bullish engulfing candle we saw last week after taking out these lows. And since the open of this week, we've traded low the entire week, and only today I believe we've pushed up above the weekly open. So we'll see how that happened. Main reason this is a major sell side liquidity for me is that we've had this first major sell side liquidity that price blasted through, and then we had the second one which again price blasted through, but it also is a overlapping sell side liquidity, and also taps into the monthly time fair value gap, which provides more support. So going into the week, I was bullish because of that bullish engulfing candle. However, overall analysis, depending on how price plays out this week, could tap into this fair value gap on the weekly time frame, the bearish fair value gap, and find some resistance. So we'll see how that plays out. But so far we made a low. So yeah, where was I? Daily time frame. Monday we came down, essentially made a low, or like last week we made this low, start to push up, left this order block, right? Price came into that order block, tapped it and held on Monday, and it seemed like Monday made the low. I ideally wanted Monday lows to be taken out on Tuesday and then look for a long. However, that didn't happen. We actually left a bearish fair value gap in the opposite direction, and I was thinking maybe we'll continue lower after that. However, at the same time, because the weekly time frame bias for me after this bullish engulfing candle was bullish, I didn't want to trade short, or nor did I want to trade long after price didn't take out Monday's low. However, we got an inside bar candle Tuesday, and then Wednesday took out the low of that, and that provided an opportunity to go long if someone wanted to go long. And I do think, you know, this candle right here after taking that low was more of a confirmation that we might continue higher up, especially to this high. This has been my drawn liquidity the whole week, and it looks like we are coming up to those highs, and maybe we'll come up to that highs tomorrow. NFP, maybe London morning, we might get some trade to short, but ideally I want to wait for NFP to come out before I look for anything. We had this strong bullish engulfing candle yesterday. I was questioning whether that was just price grabbing liquidity before pushing and coming back down, but it looks like price is just continuing higher. Left a imbalance right there, we left another imbalance, and it just doesn't seem to be stopping at the moment. 1 hour time frame, right, we had a lot of liquidity being grabbed along the way, and then price displaced up quite strongly, and we had, honestly, there weren't that many ways to enter for me on this pullback, because this pullback came in yesterday post London close quite late in the evening, and potentially could have entered that on the 50% retracement. However, there's more trades around here after price took out this high, came down, took out this low and pushed up, and then this pullback during New York Open was a trade, but to me, I wasn't trading that. I wasn't sure what price was going to do, and tomorrow I'll most likely see these highs being taken out, tap into that weekly time from fair value gap, and look for potential short. Maybe depends on if that trade comes early in the morning. If it comes, you know, after London session, I'm not trading until NFP is out. And if we are going to, you know, hold this range that I showed on the monthly time frame and continue higher up, then we might see some kind of a retracement, drop and then push up. Or if we're going to continue lower, then we might see price push up during NFP and then drop. We'll see how it plays out tomorrow. Same story on pound dollar. However, pound dollar to me seems more bullish than euro dollar. If you look at this, we took out this high, closed above, and then we essentially pulled back, right? Tapped into this order block right there. And normally when these two tweezer bottoms candles were printing, I was at the time predicting maybe we'll see a drop and then continue higher. We saw that drop with this bearish fair value gap, and after taking out these lows, to me it seems like price, and especially putting this bullish engulfing candle, and if we see another bullish candle this week that closes above this bearish fair value gap, we might just see a tap into this and continue higher next week. But let's continue to look at how this week played out. Again, same as euro dollar, I was expecting price to come up to this high at previous week's high, into the 50% off this red fair value gap, which is the bearish weekly time frame fair value gap. The purple one is the daily time frame fair value gap. And price came into the daily time frame fair value gap and found some small resistance today, where I took a TGIF trade. Essentially, right, price displaced off this. And then pulled back, held this bullish fair value gap. We had a market structure shift, and then similar to euro dollar, took out Tuesday's low on Wednesday with this bullish engulfing candle. Essentially took out the low and bullish engulfing candle, and after seeing that, honestly, it should have been a good reason to go long, but I don't really know how to enter trades around that area. I wasn't sure whether the price was going to come down, take out this low first. So I didn't bother trading this, although we did have price come up, come down. Yeah, to me these are just setups. I'm not going to force some trades. And then I took a short right here first of all at previous week's high. I exited that at like 0.4% loss, and then took another short at this high where price put in a market structure shift after rejecting that daily time fair value gap above some key point of interest. So firstly previous week's high, and then the overlapping structure, overlapping buy side liquidity. To me, those two confluence, and the daily time fair value gap being tapped was strong reason to go short. And the fact that we had a market structure shift on the 15 with displacement and fair value gap, again, that's just cream on cherry on top. And at the moment, after that trade, price pulled back and tapped this order block and is pushing higher up. Honestly, anything can happen here. I'm not really fussed. I'm just going to wait for price to show me its hand tomorrow. If we are bullish, right, if we are going to be bullish for the week, for next week, and we start to see price drop into this low before NFP or during NFP, that would be really good. And then we can go long from there. Or if price comes, doesn't actually come down and just pushes up there, then it would be a good place to look for short. But I wouldn't aggressively short if price starts to push up with strong momentum, because I don't want to go against that trend. I've had some strong bullish week, right? 1, 2, 3 bullish candles in a row. Maybe we'll see a TGIF set up again tomorrow. So who knows? We'll wait around and see. So let's see what the market shows us tomorrow.